Welcome back to Finding Myself One Adventure at a Time, where I share the highs, lows, and everything in between of solo travel. Today is day 27 of 93, so let's get into it. When a cute boy asks if you want to change your travel plans to go with him to an island in Nicaragua, you say yes, obviously. But I didn't know trying to get there was going to be so chaotic. Let me back up. I was meant to go to my next destination on Sunday, and he was planning on going to the island on Saturday. So on Friday, I was like, Jay, do you want to leave? And he was like, it's fine, we can just go on Sunday. Spoiler alert, we should have gone on Saturday, but we didn't. So we spent the day at this volcanic lake with my two friends, and then at night we found some local Nicaraguan kids to play soccer with. It was so fun, super exhausting. They were really good. I scored 2 goals, even though my team didn't win. Flash forward, Sunday morning, me and Mr. Fling take the chicken bus. It was my first time on a chicken bus, not having shots poured down my throat. And we arrive, and the gate to the port is closed, which was a red flag. Walk up to the gate, and the port master, whoever, was like, yeah, the ferries aren't running today. It's too windy. And we're like, what? Like, they were like, no, they're not going today, but maybe later if the wind dies down. We were kind of trying to decide what to do, but we thought, you know what, it's not that windy. Surely they'll be going later, so let's just wait it out. We found a random restaurant and we're playing cards. At this point, Gage and Miles were also planning on going to Ometempe that day, so they caught up to us and we were all just hanging out. Mr. Fling and I got there at like 10 a.m. and the wind was supposed to die down around 5. So we were waiting. I kept asking every 20 minutes, like, hey, what's going on? And the guy would be like, nope, not happening. Maybe later, maybe not. Around 4:30, we realized it's not happening today, but we weren't going to give up that easy, especially because Mr. Fling really wanted to go to the island and this was like the only time that he could go. So we're like, okay, we'll go at the ass crack of dawn tomorrow morning on the first ferry. For the night, we need to find somewhere to sleep. The boys found a hostel and it got really good reviews. We show up and it's literally like this husband and wife's house that they turned into like a hostel. It has a couple bedrooms, whatever. They were so sweet. They didn't speak any English, but the room situation was kind of interesting. We were just super unlucky because this hardly ever happens. The ferries were running the day before and we just, yeah, like I said, we got super unlucky with the wind, and it's not typical that they don't run the ferry. This is a transit town. There's like nothing in this town. People just come here to get to their next destination. But we decided to make the most of a shitty situation and kind of see what there was. Went bar hopping, we got dinner, we got ice cream, we kicked the ball around with some locals. It was time to kind of like wind down, and me and homeboy wanted to go back to the hostels. It was kind of far where we had ended up after all that, so we start hitchhiking, and this guy comes up on a motorbike and he's like, oh, it's a Nicaraguan tradition to like give hitchhikers a ride, hop on. It's the guy that owns the bike, me in the middle, and then my fling behind me. The motorbiking culture in Nicaragua is so crazy. We literally saw like a 1-year-old baby on a motorbike, no helmet, no, not strapped in, nothing. It gives us a ride back. We also realized that we didn't grab the key to the room from Gage and Miles, so we're locked out, of course. To ask the owner if he could let us in, he climbed through the window and opened the door from the inside. Get into the room, shower and chill. Gage and Miles came back, and we go to bed because we had to wake up at like 4 or 5, something crazy, to try to get the first ferry. So stay tuned to see if we actually made it to Ometepe or not.